Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching The Flash Season 9, the final season, Episode 12, A New World, Part 3, Changes. I can't believe that there's only one more episode after this. This does not feel like a series finale or a series ending towards a finale. This just feels like a typical random season of The Flash that they have been the last couple. I will say that, like, this episode, I didn't hate the episode. I have many issues with it, of course. And I'm sure some people who are loving this are probably going to be upset about that if I complain, if I have issues. At the very beginning, we see Eddie Thawne, and he's still at the gravesite from the previous one, and he's yelling, and he's yelling. He's so loud. I am Eddie Thawne. Why don't you believe me? And fucking wind's blowing all over the place, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is over the top. And then the captain, that random police officer that we would see just have one or two lines, and she's the captain. This is the future. I now have realized that all of the scenes with Eddie was in the future. And she just gets sucked into like some black hole or some cloud. That was weird. I was like, what the hell just happened there? He later on says that she died. I don't know how we know that she died. It looks like she just got thrown into another universe or to another multiverse. I wouldn't have guessed that she died. But maybe she did die. Barry, of course, is missing once again. This whole Barry disappearing act is super goofy, super over the top. I think they thought they would create drama and suspense, but it comes across so silly. We see the Speed Force in the form of Nora, Barry's mother. I still think that's weird. She just shows up and she's in pain and she's complaining about, oh my god, I can't believe that the negative speed force is doing this and that and it's weakening me. And she's like going in and out of disappearing. I don't really understand what's going on with her. Like, I know that she got hit, she got zapped, but she's just been weak now for like 3 episodes. She disappears, and then we see the future. I guess it's the year 2049. We see Nora, the daughter. She's the hero that she is. We see Allegra. We see Chester, who are still a couple. So I guess, shit. What? How many years later is this? 25, 26 years later? They're still a couple? Okay, cool. And Cecile is a fully fledged member of the team. Like, not just standing around in the comms room. Like, no, she's wearing an outfit. She's wearing a goddamn superhero outfit. I said, oh my god, they are doubling down on Cecile as a superhero. I cannot believe it. And then we see in present day, Cecile in present day is basically Kitty Pryde now, or even Rogue, where she's able to force project her mind into her future body. Clearly, the writers just recently rewatched Days of Future Past, X-Men. Because, okay, we're just going to do that plot. And first, she goes into the future. She sees herself. By the way, Cecile, I know it's just obviously the same actress, but they did nothing to make her look older. Nothing. She looks the same exact way that she looks previously. Even Allegra and Chester didn't look much older. I mean, if we're talking 20 plus years older, guys, did we run out of a makeup department? Did we run out of a budget to make these characters look older? I know black doesn't crack, but god damn it, give them some gray hair. Put some gray coloring in their hair. When we see Iris in the future, she has some gray hair. Perfect. It wasn't overly done. It wasn't like they put old makeup over her skin. Like, no, just give her a couple grays. That's all I needed. Why couldn't we do that with Cecile? You telling me Cecile looks younger than older Iris? Get the fuck out of here. Cecile freaks out because she finds out in the future that she barely visits her daughter. and Joe, she's only been there like twice a year. She's basically like, fuck my family. I love being a superhero. All right. So I don't really know what to make of that. I don't really know if I give a shit about that. That Cecile is a deadbeat mom. We see Eddie Thawne. He realizes what he's missed, right? And I thought this was really interesting. Eddie Thawne realizes that him killing himself, that sacrifice that he made in the finale of season 1, and it made him look like a fucking absolute hero. Like, I mean, you can't get more selfless than that. He chose to die in order to save everybody from Reverse Flash. Now he sees the consequences of that, of like, well, not only did I die for no reason, because Reverse Flash came back 4, 5, 6 times, if not more. So yeah, his death was meaningless. I still don't even really know how Reverse Flash comes back. Every time he comes back, like, he shouldn't be able to, right? Right? Did we ever explain that? So not only does he see that, but he sees that Barry took his fiance. Barry got the life that Eddie should have had. He married her, he had the daughter, and it just kind of fucked with his head. Now, clearly, the negative Speed Force is also fucking with his head and also trying to put all these negative thoughts in his head. There's a scene later on where Eddie is talking to Barry and they're going back and forth, and Eddie's very angry. Eddie's very much like, fuck you, Barry, you took my life and I didn't deserve this. And as much as I was disliking that they were turning Eddie bad, right? Like, it's clearly that's the direction Eddie is going to choose to become evil. But hearing him explain why he's upset, hearing him explain that, like, he got fucked in this situation, he's not wrong. There was a part of me that sits there and goes, God damn, Eddie, I can't help but feel bad for you. Now, if it wasn't for the manipulation of the negative Speed Force, would Eddie still make this choice? This is what makes me on the fence. I always liked the fact that Eddie made that sacrifice. I always liked the fact that Eddie was that heroic character, because season 1, I thought Eddie was going to become the villain, right? And they subverted that by having him kill himself and be a hero. So now it does feel like they're sort of undoing all of that. Now it does feel like it's just like, oh no, Eddie's going to become a villain now. Fuck all that other season 1 shit. Fuck that great character progression that he made. No, let's just bring him back to turn him into a villain. Like, it's a little interesting, but it's also like, God damn it, you know? Eddie's evil now. In the meantime, Nora, the daughter, got possessed by the blue crystal, and it was interesting. I looked up the actress that plays daughter Nora, Jessica Parker Kennedy, and I was astonished to see that she's 38 years old. And not that I have a problem with her, like, clearly she's supposed to, because the actress is older than Iris and Barry, Grant Gustin and Candice Patton, like those actors, she's older than them in real life. And you could say, well, I mean, it doesn't matter because her character's from the future, so that actually checks out. But no, her character, judging by the math that we're going off of here, her character should only be 25, 26. So kudos to the actress. She looks great. She does look like she could be that young. So I don't even know why I brought it up. I just was surprised to see that she's 38. She looks great. She looks hot still. So there you go. So Cecile was able to go back, and she's wearing this new decked out blue and silver costume. And when Barry says, oh, wow, thank you, Cecile, she says something fucking goofy like, you can call me Virtue. And I thought to myself, all right, not only was that forced, why would Cecile say that in that very moment? Isn't this Cecile from the past? How would she know that she gave herself this Virtue name? And I also Googled Virtue DC to see if there's another character by that name. And there is. There's a character named Holly Ann Fields that is Virtue. And Virtue in the comics does have that same exact costume. It looks very similar. So I'm not like upset that they made it another character. I didn't really even know Virtue. The name sounded familiar, but I don't really give a shit. I just feel like it's so bizarre that they doubled down so hard on Cecile being this badass. I mean, she was able to Doctor Strange push the negative speed force out of the daughter Nora. And it was just like, fuck, she's that fucking powerful? Jesus Christ. All right. So Cecile, just like the MVP of the team, I guess. And we see older Iris talking to Barry because she had a scene with Eddie, and Eddie was basically like, I'm fucking in love with you, I want to be with you, we can have kids together. And Iris is like, whoa, we'll help you, but I don't want to be with you, dude. Sorry, not anymore. You know, I'm with Barry. I'm happy. I love my life. Blah blah blah. I'm glad we had that moment. I'm glad because at first Iris like went up to hug him, and I'm like, okay, don't make Iris actually think about maybe going back with him. No, she actually very much definitively picked Barry, and I love the scene of Iris and older Iris and Barry talking, and her saying that they are happy together, that she does love him more and more every day, more than she ever thought she could. It was sweet. It was nice. And then we get a last scene where Eddie Thawne is basically corrupted, right? He's corrupted by the crystal. He seems like he's fully going to choose this crystal. I already gave my thoughts. I don't love that. It's interesting, but I wish Eddie could have gone out the heroic sacrifice way that he did previously. We only have one episode left. I think that we could have done this a lot earlier. We should not have done the evil Batwoman Red Death bullshit. I mean, maybe do one episode of it, maybe two, but even that's too much. They clearly didn't have the material to go on that long. I think we should have gotten this stuff sooner. Eddie Thawne is from the first season, so it would help it feel more of a well-rounded connection to the first season type deal. I think that we have not spent enough time with characters that you want to be spending time with. I can't believe that they haven't brought Cisco back or just other characters from the earlier seasons that I would give a fuck about. We didn't get any of the Legends of Tomorrow cast. I mean, this season has not been good. You know, even if you want to say that I've been overly negative or I've been too negative, tell me that this season has been the best it could be. Tell me that this season does feel like a definitive finale to not just The Flash, but the Arrowverse. We are not taking advantage of the entire Arrowverse if we want to give a close for the final entire thing. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of episode 12? We have one more episode left, and then we're fucking done with this bullshit. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.
Oh yeah, today I feel Super Bowl. Feel it in your mind, and you lose control. Feel it in your breast, and you super soul. I don't say it.